Hello, it is Mark. Welcome to Scotch Sunday, and today I have a Ardbeg Scorch. This is not the committee release. This is one that was released after. This is the one that's only 46% ABV. I was not able to put in my hand get one of the committee release this year, so this was all I could get. So we're going to go ahead and do this one, and I'm going to go ahead and open her up. Let her get started. And I understand that, I think the committee release had a 57% ABV, and this one is, or 57.1 actually, and this one is a little bit less. All right. So, all right. So, all right, as you know, Ardbeg is an Islay. This is a single malt Scotch. Ardbeg is the small promontory. They use malted barley sourced from the Port Ellen distillery, and this one happens to be done in charred oak, heavily charred oak casks. Not only from my understanding is that they were charred before they are ex-bourbon casks, so charred before the bourbon was in there. My understanding is that they rechar them again. So a lot of charring goes in there. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of peat. But anyway, they have two stills, one wash and one spirit. But two new stills were completed last year. So depending on how old this is, I doubt that this has anything to do with that. But sooner or later, we should probably be seeing more coming out from Ardbeg. It began distilling in 1798, and commercial production began in 1815. Production was halted in 1981 and resumed again in 1989, but at a lower level. In 1997, the distillery was purchased by Glenmorangie, and now it's owned by the Louis Vuitton Hennessy Group, or Hennessy, I guess, company. This is no age statement on this, and this is Ardbeg Scorch limited edition fiercely charred casks. From the shadow depths of Dunnage Warehouse Number 3 comes a single malt of fantastic proportions, matured in our heavily charred oak casks. Toasted cloves and wisps of sweet peat smoke interlaced with the thick clouds of briarwood and sage. Discover the layers and flavor of this fire-breathing beast of a dram. For many moons, Islay folk have told tales of heroes and dragons, yet none of them match the tale of Ardbeg's flavor-breathing dragon. Dwelling in the Dunnage Warehouse Number 3, scorched staves and burning barrels, they say Ardbeg Scotch is the mouth-watering product of its fiery temperament. Matured in our most heavily charred ex-bourbon casks, flagrant patchouli interlaces with notes of quench steel and saddle soap. Briny clouds of sweet smoke and charred oak permeate the palate as briarwood, sage, and pine wisp their way to the fore. So puff out your chests and breathe out our fiery spirit. I don't like patchouli. I don't like that much peat. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's see, anything. Actually, this does say committee, so I don't know if this was part of the committee release and why they released two different ABVs. But front of the box is the same as the front of the barrel. Back of the box, Islay's flavor-breathing dragon. For centuries, For centuries, Islay folk have told a great many tales of heroes and dragons on the island, from age-old saga of King Goradaya Crobakan to the mythical creatures of Islay's own John Francis Campbell. But we at Ardbeg were instilled with our own, wholly true and definitely not fictitious versions of events. This is Ardbeg's Dragon Tale. In a dark corner of Dunnage Warehouse Number 3 lived a terrifying and intensely, awfully moody dragon on the Isle of Islay. No one even dared speak its name. The distillery folk lived in fear of its Dunnage dragon, for it was notorious for leaving no barrel unburnt and no stave unscorched. PD predictions. Alas, the spirit legends have foretold Ardbeg must select a champion to coax the fire spitter from his smoky pit. Enter the small but mighty Shorty. Resplendent in armored forge, struck and crafted by the island's local farrier, Shorty met the beast in the middle of the peat bogs, where, after a long night of a long and arduous battle, trading barks and bellows, they agreed to a truce. Scorched casks. As the tale goes, with that handshake between paw and claw, the battle accumulated with an inspired decision, the peaty pact that would alter the course of Ardbeg's destiny. They agreed to put the dragon's legendary fire-breathing capacities to good use. Ardbeg Scorch is matured on our most heavily charred ex-bourbon casks, our delicious homage to the distillery mightiest, smokiest myth, with layer upon layer of flavor. This is truly a dram of fantastical proportions. So there you have it. It's a pretty cool box, but let's see what we get in there. Yeah, we get peat, smoke, like Lafroig-y Band-Aid, medicinal Band-Aid aroma in there. There is some sweetness in there, though. It's hard to get to because the peat is just over, almost got a little whiff of like a mint almost. There's certainly sweetness in there. I would call it more of a like, I'm gonna go with brown sugar. It's not caramel or toffee. No, it's not. Yeah, no. Brown sugar. Medicinal Band-Aid. Peat. Smoke. All right. Let's see what we get on the palate. Wow. Charred wood. Ooh. Then it goes into more of a, what you'd see from a typical Islay Ardbeg. Smoky. Lemon. There is definitely sweetness in there, though. Like chocolate. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else on the nose. Yeah, it's sweeter now. The chocolate comes through now. Not so much smoke I'm getting as much as before, but definitely peat. The medicinal Band-Aid is there, but not really like Lafroig, though. This is different. More iodine-y, no, not iodine, more of a, more medicinal than Lafroig. But, yeah, it's not as, I guess the less plasticky than Lafroig. So more like medicine, but not the Band-Aid, plastic part of the Band-Aid. So, okay. the char. Really char. I am getting the smoke and the peat, but really there's this chocolate to it. This charring, and the wood does come through. You can get the wood in there too. So, yeah, I'm not getting so much of a more definitely sweet, sweet and smoke. So that's kind of what I get on there. It finishes medium to long, with that like a barbecue saucy kind of finish, with the sweet and the smoke, and the charcoal and the wood. Okay, it's not quite as bad as I expected. It was at the first hit, but after that, it's not bad. And I probably would buy this again. It really isn't as bad as the way they described it with all this dragon and double charring and stuff, but it's not that bad. Because I'm not really, it's summer, I don't really want to have peat in the summer. But so anyway, we're going to give it a 7. Tomorrow is Memorial Day. I want to wish you all a happy Memorial Day, and thanks to all our veterans. And I will do a special episode tomorrow just for Memorial Day. So I will see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.